Big Ashe and peace to the gods and goddesses. It's important to know that this whole thing is a game, and this is exactly how you're navigating this matrix illusion. You believe that you're third density corporeal matter, but you're actually not. Your energy encapsulating that corporeal vessel for the time being, and you're actually operating that body from a fifth dimensional perspective. All right, your higher self is at a higher pinnacle, and you just decided to come down here and play a game called the game of life, and you set the game at a certain level. So if you think life is hard, remember you set it to that particular level or that stage. Remember, we're all basically light that slowed down our vibratory resonance to sound, and then that sound eventually slowed down its frequency, and then it became matter, all right, which is what we are now. But we're actually light in its purest form, and we just believe that we're in this bodies based on a programming. So in order to pretty much decipher the matrix illusion and fully get out of the 3D construct, you have to reprogram yourself. And the best way to do that is to decalcify and activate the pineal gland. That's your cosmic gateway and brain's antenna to higher dimensional realms. Once you access transcendental states of consciousness, at that point you can access what's called the Akashic Records, which is the scholastic library of infinite cosmic data throughout the vast universe. Those that are primordial have access to the Akashic Records due to the fact that they have that spark in them from the Divine Mother. All right, those that are indigenous, those that are organic, actually have a connection to the Akashic Records. And this is one of the reasons why the deletes that run this matrix, that hijack this realm, and in order to pretty much utilize planet Tiamat as a loose farm, they don't want us knowing that. They don't want us knowing how sovereign we really are and how powerful and primordial we truly are. They want us in the energy of fear. They want us pretty much operating out of the R complex, which is the reptilian brain, stuck in the energy of fight or flight. These are basically your archons and parasites who are the virus when it comes to the game. All right, now again, initially we're fragments of source, of prime source creator that got bored and just pretty much wanted to experience life. So he created this game as a construct for us to learn and enhance and cleanse karma. All right, however, parasitic vampiric entities inserted themselves in the algorithm in order to usurp and ascertain Loosh. All right, breaking galactic law. So now at this point, in order to defeat the game, which wasn't supposed to be this hard, we have to remove the parasitic encryption first. Now, it's important to know that the parasitic encryption actually stems farther than your government and world leaders, all right, and your political parties. The God in the Bible, what if I told you, was actually the devil, all right, was actually the malevolent spirit that pretty much wanted to utilize planet Tiamat as a loose farm. What if I told you that? And the concept of religion, the guise of religion, was pretty much a tool for mind control and manipulation. One of the fastest ways to completely master the game is by realizing that the god or goddess that you've been looking for this whole time is actually you. This is why going inward is the best way to get out. Their objective is to actually keep us looking outside of ourselves, when in reality, if we were to sit in solitude and silence the mind, at that point we would have the ability of completely bypassing the matrix illusion. This is how you see beyond the ones and zeros that make up the code sequence to formulate the game. This is exactly why motherboards and cities are synonymous in symmetry if you analyze them from aerial view. They look so similar due to the fact that we're inserted in some type of game. Based on studies from a quantum physicist by the name of Professor James Gates, this reality is actually composed of what's called Indinkra codes, which are pretty much mathematical formulas or error correcting codes that are associated with computer data transmission systems. And according to Professor James Gates, who is the father of supersymmetry, this reality is made up of those same Indinkra codes. One of the biggest parts of this whole game that you're actually playing is remembering that you're a source, remembering that you're not human, that you're not just a corporeal being that's composed of physical matter, that you're a lot more, that you're actually light, that slowed down in resonance to sound and then vibrated into physicality, and then you believe that you're a human, that you're a lot more. That's the part of the game that we have to remember. If you break up the etymology of human, it's a form of light that became manifest, basically light manifested in the physical body. This makes us descendants of ancient beings such as the Polarians and Lemurians. The only difference is we just substantially fell in consciousness and have to now remember who we are. This is because there's also a multitude of deceptive archons that implement parasitic viruses in the game sequence, all right, that we're running, all right? And this is primarily because their objective is to ensure that we don't make it to those higher stages. So they poison things like the air we breathe. They poison the food we eat. They poison the water we drink. They do everything in their power to throw us out of synchronicity by harming our avatar because they know it's very complex technology. This is why I highly recommend consumption of elixirs like Ormus. Ormus is an orbitally rearranging monatomic element that's composed of gold, platinum, and iridium, and it's known for its ability to amplify mitochondrial biosynthesis, reversing the process of aging or senescence on a cellular level. Ormus is great for eliminating microplastics and combating deceptive nanotechnology. I do have the real 24 karat gold Ormus available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. The pineal gland is the cosmic gateway and brain's antenna to higher dimensional realms. And this is why they utilize things like fluoride as well as thallium, barium, lead, cadmium, and mercury, which are toxic metals emitted from chemtrails to cover the piezoelectric microcrystals known as the magnetites, dendrites, and calcites, which are cosmic receivers. They do this purposely. However, when you utilize things like pineal force, it's known for its ability to decalcify and activate the pineal gland, creating activity in the prefrontal cortex of the brain, which amplifies things like lucid dream induction as well as astral travel. I do have the Pineal Force pineal gland activation capsules available on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. It's very important that we're cleansing and purging our body with things like chlorophyll before the great solar flash. Chlorophyll is the substance responsible for giving plants its green pigment, and it contains an organic fat substance called mycelium that wraps around things like toxic metals and microplastics to carry them out of our blood. Chlorophyll is an organic detoxification mechanism as well as an organic deodorizer. All you need is 1 dropper full to 16 ounces of spring, distilled, or alkaline water, and it's going to be the best constituent to ensure that you're prepared for ultraviolet radiation and light cold plasma ionization. I do have the chlorophyll available in liquid or capsule form on Holistic Remedies, link in bio. These are all the tools to allow you to see through the game and better master the simulation, and also purge and prepare your body for celestial ascension.
We have to get rid of all the parasites and toxic metals in our bodies.
They're spraying us every day with those chemtrails.
And we need to decalcify the pineal gland
so we can soak up these light photons.
Ra is not playing. The sun is amping up more and more. They know we are gods and goddesses.
Right now we're going through cosmic activation, and it's important our bodies can handle this shift.
Holistic Remedies has all the metaphysical tools we need to prepare for ascension.